Hello, welcome to the first practical for PSYU2248. Today we're going to be reviewing how to visualize our descriptive statistics for both categorical and numeric variables. And in doing so, I'll demonstrate the fundamentals of using stata. Hopefully many of you have already have experience with the stata interface, but if not, this should be a really quick jump in to how stata works, how to visualize our output, and how to just get a better understanding of our data. The descriptive statistics and univariate statistics for both categorical and numeric variables is incredibly important. This is really the first step that you should be using or taking when you're digging into your data set. So the first thing we're going to do is go into stata. I'm using AppStream. Hopefully all of you have been able to access AppStream. If not, just let the unit convener know or let your tutor know. Okay, but this is what stata looks like. We have our results window here. You can see that I haven't run any commands yet. We also have our command line. This is where you can type out quick commands that you want to do on your data set. This is nice for doing really quick things. However, you can't run multiple commands at the same time. This also won't save your syntax once you close stata. We also have our history line here. This is whenever you run code or run syntax or run a command, it will save up here. Okay. And finally, we have our variable viewer. Right now, I haven't imported the data set yet, so this is empty, but in just a second, you'll see all of our variables listed, as well as the variable labels. And for this unit, I'll actually be using what's called a do file. And this is really great because it allows you to write out all of your commands, run multiple commands at the same time, and also save the syntax that you've already written. So this will be really great as you're running through your practicals. Today, you were given all of the commands that you need to successfully complete the practical. In the future, you might need to remember to use the tabulation command, for example, or the summarize command. So this is really great for you to add to your command dictionary. So the first thing I'll do is import our data set, and I'm going to run both of these commands at the same time. First, web use set. This is telling stata to use this hyperlink to access the data set we need today. And then web use is the command telling stata to use this specific data set. Right, so as you can see, we now have our first command in our command history, and we have variables populated in our variable viewer. Right, we have variable ID. This is essentially just participant number. I think almost every single data set you get in this unit will have a variable ID. We also have ADD-SC, which on its own doesn't really mean much, but we can look at our label, ADD-like behavior score. So the difference between our variable name and our variable label is pretty much irrelevant. Our name is just a really shorthand for what our variable is, and then the label gives us more information about what this actually means. Okay, we also have gender, the variable repeat, and the label telling us that this means was the grade repeated. If we want to get more information about our variables, we can look at our variable editor. Okay, you can use either the variable editor or the data browser. I recommend using data browser. When you open this, you won't accidentally change anything. Right, and here we can actually see all of our data up close. Again, we have our participant ID number, our ADD score. I believe this is from 0 to 100, with larger scores meaning more ADD-like behavior. And this we can see is a numeric variable, but we also have some categorical variables here. So we have gender, either male or female, repeat, whether they repeated the grade. We can see no grade repeat or plus one, one plus grade repeat. And we have IQ score, English level, and so forth. Now, it's always good to open up your data viewer just so you can see which variables are treated as numeric and what are categorical. Now, in this unit, much of the background work is going to be done for you. So you can see that our categorical variables are already labeled. Now, when you're running your own studies in the future, maybe if you're doing honors, you'll have to do a lot of this work up front. But for the purposes of this unit, much of it is going to be done for you.